Hi guys, German Prepper here. In many of my intel videos, you've heard various US, NATO, Ukrainian propaganda, and just as I plan in this video, Russian propaganda. Listening to and examining propaganda does not mean we support it. We do so with a highly critical and yet open mind. Those who consider doing so taking a side, you are plain wrong. When you study history as I did, then there is a requirement to read the propaganda from all sides involved of the times one is studying. Doing so, we gain insight and understanding into the reasoning and motives of every side involved. Learning about World War II from simply the side of the West, without examining Nazi Germany or Soviet Russia, for instance, would be a huge failing. So it is today, and with the times we find ourselves living through. If we want to be prepped and prepared to the best of our ability, then we need to consider all aspects of the situation we find ourselves subject to. Without further delay, sit back and listen for the lies, truths, and revelations of what Dmitry Medvedev, the second most powerful man in Russia, has to say. Weapons that exist and that do not immediately. Surprising things are happening now across the ocean. Despite last year's fiasco with $85 billion worth of military equipment abandoned in Afghanistan, the White House continues to uncontrollably pump weapons to the agonizing Kiev regime. This is not the first time such a decision has been made. So as Mayakovsky said, someone needs it. The US military's Kabul-Kandahar corruption experiments are over, but grey schemes for arms sales to third countries are not. They bring a lot of greenery. Despite the rotten chaos in Nezalezhnia, deliveries of the deadly metal are carried out like clockwork. Well, the United States needs a new Afghan, which is rapidly becoming the current Ukraine. The thieves' funnel sucks in more and more expensive weapons. The Pentagon predictably denies everything, lies convulsively, and incompetently gets confused in the testimony. At the same time, any voices trying to object are immediately suppressed. For criticizing the uncontrolled supply of weapons to Kiev, even the Russophobic congresswoman of Ukrainian origin, Sparts, who until recently advocated a bloody lend-lease, got it, for she encroached on the secret loot, which, as you know, does not smell of either gunpowder or corpses. Moreover, in this situation, examples from history do not speak in favor of the United States. For example, a significant part of the Washington Regional Committee usually participated in secret deliveries of weapons bypassing various embargoes. Sleepy Joe, by the way, already in the 80s was a member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, so the experience of secret deals on blood is significant there. The conclusion is simple. The American weapons now being delivered to Little Russia will spread through the hands of various criminals all over the world. More precisely, it is already spreading with might and main. Moreover, under the roof of the administration and intelligence agencies of the United States. In fact, America once again becomes a sponsor of international terrorism. I do not rule out that later, together with the responsible countries, we'll have to work out the possibility of creating a special mechanism to investigate this rotten weapons plot. And it is possible to think about the formation of a special international body for the seizure of American gifts crawling out here and there. However, this will not affect the final score. Professional gun thieves in the US and Ukraine will line their pockets well. Terrorists and radicals will have more deadly types of military equipment. Russia will achieve all its goals, and there will be peace, on our terms, and by no means on those about whom confused political impotents are squealing in Europe and overseas. There we are, guys. Russian propaganda at its best. Did you deduce the lies, the truths, the revelations in this piece? Was it all unclean lies? Have we gone too far in hearing the words of our government's enemy? As always, looking forward to reading your answers. Keep prepping, guys. Cheers for now.